Title: The Man Who Planted Trees, The Real Story of Elzéard Bouffier. In the early 20th century, a French author named Jean Giono wrote a fictional story called The Man Who Planted Trees, about a man who single-handedly reforested a barren region in France. But few people know there's a real-life version of that story, in the form of a man named Elzéard Bouffier. Elzéard was a quiet shepherd, living alone in the foothills of the French Alps. After losing his wife and son, he retreated into nature to live in peace. The region he moved to had been devastated by deforestation, dry, empty, and lifeless. Winds whipped through the hills, eroding the soil and chasing away nearly all the wildlife. The land was dying. But Elzéard saw something else. Every day, as he herded his sheep, he carried a bag with acorns, about 100 of them. He had a simple mission: to plant trees, one by one. He'd use a metal rod to make a small hole, drop in the acorn, cover it with soil, and move on. He did this in silence, asking for nothing in return. At first, he planted hundreds of acorns each day. He took care to choose healthy ones, spaced them evenly, and returned to check on their growth. He didn't just plant oaks. He studied the soil and added maples, beeches, and birches. Over time, he became a silent guardian of life returning to the land. He wasn't doing it for fame, money, or recognition. Most people didn't even know what he was doing. But nature noticed. After a few years, saplings started to grow. Birds returned. Then came squirrels, deer, and even bears. Springs that had dried up long ago began to flow again. Over the course of 40 years, Elzéard planted more than 100,000 trees. By the time he was in his 70s, the entire region had transformed into a lush forest with rivers, animals, and fresh air. The land that had once been considered dead was alive again, all because of one man's quiet persistence. When the French government finally noticed what had happened, they declared the region a protected forest. But even then, most didn't know who was responsible. Elzéard died peacefully in the 1940s. His name was almost forgotten. But his forest still stands, a living reminder of what one person can do with patience, care, and purpose.